you know, when you're tuning your radio, like sometimes it's clear and then you go a little bit off and it's like, you know, there's a lot of noise, right? So when the brain goes into coherency, it's just like a radio set. I mean, if you look at the oscillator in a radio set, when you go into resonance of the sync circuit in there, it becomes no noise, right? And so the brain is acting a little bit like that. Doing research with William Brown, Dr. Brown, and others that are mapping the microtubules in the brain and how, like, these things could be like teeny antennas. They're little tube, you know, vortex structure that have water in the middle of it, like, and all this, and how this could be like the antenna interacting with the vacuum and the information moving through that antenna. And so
the body is like a television set and there's a broadcast coming in. Mind is not even in the body. This is a virtual reality suit. You jump into the suit, you drive it around, the experiences of this suit are sent back to source. That's where we start to recognize your brain activity is not contained in your head. You can use magnetoencephalograph probes outside of your head and you can read your brain activity. So you're broadcasting back to the field.
Every thought that you have, that I have, every feeling, every emotion, every word that we speak is an energy, creates an energy thread that moves out from our physical, our 3D being.
Well, the simple part that most people don't understand is that every thought we think and every word we speak is creating our future. It's as though our thoughts go out into the universe and are accepted and brought back to us as experience. Now that is a very simple thing, but most people don't get it. They don't understand it. They've never heard it before and they think it's ridiculous. But if you can really accept the fact that every time you think a thought and every time you speak a word, you are literally painting your future, making your dinner, whatever you want to call it, you are creating. And you're creating your own life.
You can visualize that this information is in a toroidal field, so that they can see that, like, they are feeding information to the vacuum and the vacuum feeding back information to them. I think that's a really important thing because there's a lot of talk these days about you're creating your reality, you know?
Exactly.
That you're the one that's shaping your world. And in one way, this is telling you that's true. That not because of the double slit experiment and the Copenhagen interpretation, but because the field is an information field that you're interacting with. But what it's telling you as well is that it's feeding you back information too. So that it's not just you creating your reality, you're part of a larger and actually infinite fractal realities. And so that's the link, you know, to the universal consciousness, to the universal information network. Literally us going towards the proton, going towards the inside of what actually makes us.
All of our thoughts are interconnected through the collective consciousness. All thoughts we share. Now, depending though on what thought we decide to give our time and attention and our pay attentioning awareness to is what is going to perpetuate, is what is going to be given fuel to then be bridged down into this reality of the 3D for us to experience. My thought, as I send out a thought of hate, a thought of pain, what happens is that through this collective consciousness, through this grid network of all minds being joined, vibrationally, I connect with other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions related to hate, related to pain. And so as I connect with that thought, with that feeling, vibration, with my thread extending out and connecting with another person's thread and everyone else's threads of pain, of hate, through all time and space, through all dimensions, I in fact plug into that. And when I plug into that through my thought, action, words, and deeds, I'm saying, yes, more please. And so in effect, I get piped into me from plugging into that grid through my actions, thoughts, words, and deeds. I say yes to plugging into having more of that in my reality. And it creates a concrete structure in my reality through which, yes, that will confirm what I believe, what I think, what I say is true.
It is the bridge between our inner and our outer world, and it is the mirror in our external world for what we claim to believe in our inner world. This is the field.